give a quick demo of Lee Classic Turret Press. Right now I'm currently loading 124 grain 9mm. These are all 147 grain 9mm that loaded about a half hour ago. Alright, so I have bullets that are loaded. Here's my prepped and cleaned brass, not deprimed yet. And here's some bullets that I'm loading. My primers are in my safety prime system that comes with the press. I'm using a Lee auto disc and a Lee 4-die set for 9mm. These are also Winchester primers. So first things first, I'll run through one real slow so you can see how it turns out. I have a piece of brass, primer's still in it, it has been cleaned in an ultrasonic cleaner. So brass goes in the shell holder. First things first, goes in the sizing and depriming die that sizes the case and knocks the primer out. I will then push a new primer into the safety prime system. I'll bring the RAM down. It will auto-index to the next stage as I'm pushed forward and prime the case, which you probably wouldn't be able to see. As soon as that's complete, I will push it up into the flaring and charging die. This will drop a powder charge into it as well as flare the case mouth open. I'll drop it down again, push it all the way forward, and it'll auto-index to the next one. This is the bullet seating die. So I take my bullet, I put it in the top of the case neck. It seats it to the proper depth. One more time, and crimp the brass. And then you have a complete round. So that's why it's effective. And then obviously your turret heads all come out. This one's a 300 blackout. I have one set up for 45, and I have one set up for 223. And I mean, if I had more of the turret heads, which I will, they're cheap enough. They're only like $10 for the actual turret itself, this piece, which is really easy. You just turn it till it pops out, and then you change calibers. Very, very simple design, very effective, efficient design. I'm going to show you how efficient it is. I'm going to just go through and start loading a few. So again, size and deprime, put a primer in there, seat the primer, auto charge, seat the bullet, crimp the case. Next case goes into the shell holder, and so on and so forth. I like this method a little bit more than a progressive press, just because of the quality control that I'm able to achieve. I have my hands on every single round, every single time, and as I'm throwing it in to the bucket, I'm able to see that that primer's seated all the way. As I charge a case, like as I start pushing it up, the RAM up, I could see the primer come out. I'm putting a primer in, I can feel that individual primer seat. Next one goes here, I can see the powder charge in there, so I know that that one got charged. I can see that that bullet got seated to at least within what I'm capable of seeing to be the right depth. And I mean, I get really accurate ammo. I get ammo fast enough for me. I don't really need to load any faster. I've done, there's about 200 here. I have about 200 in here so far, so I've done 400 rounds in the past 45 minutes. Well, no, it's been over an hour. Probably an hour and 10 minutes. So, I mean, it's plenty effective. I forgot where I was, so don't do that. Pay attention when you're loading. Stay safe. Make sure your primers are seated deep enough. Make sure you have powder in every single case. Make sure you're crimping